What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the off-season wrap-up for our first season. And we'll take a look into spring training for year number 2. So first off, we're going to look at our signing. So as you can see right away, Juan Soto. We got Juan Soto on a 10-year deal. It's going to average about $36.8 million a year. So I think that's a pretty good price for him. It'll take him till he's 36. He's a superstar. Hopefully, he will help catapult us into, mediocrity. We brought in Senzel on a minor league contract. We did not sign Alejandro Mora. I did make an offer, but he wanted a shorter-term deal. I was trying to lock him up on a long-term so that we would get that discount on the arbitration years, and the free agency years, unfortunately, didn't work. We brought in Ryan Mountcastle as a minor league free agent. Trent Grisham is in right now. He is looking like he will be our first-choice center fielder. Christian Betancourt is on a minor league deal, but he actually will probably be our first choice catcher. Andrew Heaney. Andrew Heaney came in, cheap $2 million one-year deal. He may very well slot into our rotation. AJ Puck, same deal, cheap deal. He is going to be our stopper and maybe even a starter for us. Jalen Beeks, minor league deal. He's going to have a shot to make the MLB pitching staff. Here's a couple training results. Michael Braswell did not improve defensively at shortstop. Blaze Alexander improved immensely. Here's what he's looking like now. 60 at shortstop, 70 at third base. He is looking like he will be our opening day shortstop. Killer arm. He's got a cannon. As far as an IAFA, we brought in DeMario Romo. He's a reliever who's got some decent stamina. 2 pitches, though, which is kind of rough. But if he can reach 75% of this, that's an MLB reliever. Hall of Fame results here. Unfortunately, no one made it. Billy Wagner has been dropped. Sabathia stays alive, but as you come down here, you can see those who were dropped. I think the big surprise there is probably just Kinsler and Tulo. I know they didn't have the longevity or the peaks necessarily. Tulo had the peak, not the longevity. Kinsler had the longevity, but not the peak. But 2 guys who I'm very fond of, who unfortunately will not stay on. Matt Boyd signed. Matt Boyd's going to have a chance to compete for a pitching staff spot. I left this one in here. This was an interesting story. Kay Dougherty falls off a roof. Career may be over. He is not retired. He's still trying to come back from it. But as you can see, unknown head and back injuries out for 2 months, and a fractured vertebrae out for 11. Unfortunate for a young player for the Toronto Blue Jays. But I thought that was really interesting. Makes me think back to Java Chamberlain, when Jabba, broke his ankle on the trampoline with his kid. Charlie Condon improved defensively at left field. Still nothing special, but you can see he's a little better, a little more serviceable. Trevor Story improved at shortstop. We like that because he's actually playing second base for us. So that's going to help us out immensely. Here was the preseason development update. Soriano improved a little, but lost some stamina. McKay improved control. Sawyer Gibson Long got a little better. Hopefully he'll have a better year for us this year. Boyd got worse. It's to be expected from a 33-year-old pitcher. Harry Ford. Now that's a name you may say, when did you get Harry Ford? The Rule 5 draft. We picked up Harry Ford in the Rule 5 draft, and we picked up one other player who I'll show you in a second. Blaze Jordan got better. Condon's power potential dropped, but his current eye went up, so I'll take that. This is just Dougherty, released from the hospital, but going to be out for at least 11 months. I would guess he'll miss even parts of next year's spring training. So first things first, let me show you our other Rule 5 pick. So if we come over and if we check it out, Daniel Palencia out of the Cubbies. Rule 5 pick, great stuff, decent stamina, decent control. I think he's going to be a high-level reliever for us who can fill into the starting role if need be. So let's take a look at the offseason center. You can see Flores, Ahmed, Sewell, Matzik, Verlander still available. I may give Verlander a flyer if we have a spot on the roster. Let's look at the summary by team. So you can see the Diamondbacks lost Gallen and Montgomery, Suarez and Peterson. Gained Paul Goldschmidt at the back, though. I like that, bringing Paul Goldschmidt back to Arizona. Braves brought in Seth Lugo on a pretty decent trade. Lost Ozuna. Orioles were kind of quiet, only bringing in Hira, Castellanos, Braxton Garrett. Braxton Garrett's a pretty good pickup. Oh, Schwarber, too. The Sox got Adames. White Sox got Martinez and German Marquez. They lost Moncada, though. Cubbies, no real moves from the Cubbies there. Reds, no real moves either. Guardians added Greg Allen, added Verdugo, O'Neill. They really went after outfielders. They lost Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber has since gone to Detroit. Colorado brings in Montgomery. You guys can feel free to pause, take a look at anyone that I'm not naming. Reese Olson out of Detroit. Shane Bieber in, though. Cavan Biggio in. Seth Lugo out of KC. Max Muncy out of LA. Matt Chapman out of LA. Chisholm traded to Philadelphia. Jazz Chisholm, I think, might be one of the most overrated players in baseball right now. He's good, don't get me wrong. He is far from a superstar. He's about a league average player, replacement level. If you have him, you're not in a bad spot, but if you're dependent on him, you're in a bad spot. You can see the Brewers here. You can see the Twins, got Zach Gallen. We were pretty active. Yankees were quiet. Yankees were very quiet. The Mets got Blake Snell. Reese Olson to the Phillies. Miguel Garcia to the A's. Manea to the Pirates. Mackenzie Gore to the Padres. Max Kepler to the Giants. Hunter Green in a trade goes to San Fran. What an incredible pickup for San Fran. I wish we had known Hunter Green was available, but he was never on the block. That's potentially a Cy Young caliber pitcher in San Fran. DL Hall to the Nationals. TJ Antone, Marcus Walden. Michael King and Gleyber Torres and Ozuna to the Rangers. Rhys Hoskins, Craig Kimbrell to the Mariners. That's where we sit there for now. Pitching staff for now, going into spring training. I let my assistant manager set up the rotation for now. I picked the starters, though. I think that these are my 6 top guys for the moment. I set the closer, I set the stopper. Everything else is based on Manny Ramirez and his thoughts. But I think Pepiot, Gibson Long, Allard, Rocker, Tanaka, and Heaney. I think our 5 opening day pitchers, our 5 pitchers for the opening day rotation are going to come from those 6. You can see we just got a bunch of guys up. We're going to give everyone chances. Bailey Ober is the wild card. I think Bailey Ober is going to find his way into the rotation. I just don't know if it will be on opening day. It might be on opening day. Come over to lineups. I let Manny handle this. I will, once we trim down the roster, that's when I'll start to really get into the lineup selection. But as you can see right now, he has Harry Ford as the catcher. I'm going to leave Harry Ford in and Betancourt down in AAA just for the first couple weeks, just because I want Ford to take ABs. Jordan, Noel, Story, Bryant, Alexander, Soto, Grisham, Condon, Garcia. Fabian's probably going to slot in somewhere. I'm going to look to deal Forrest Wall. It's going to be tough because I don't want Juan Soto in the field. Condon is probably not going to be on the MLB roster opening day, so that frees up a spot. Thinking I'll move Soto to DH. Fabian might move to left field. Fabian might move to right field. We'll see how it goes. Budget right now did go up by $2 million. We do actually still have a ton of money, so we might look to be active in the trade market. Let's take a look. Early preseason predictions. These aren't really of too much value just because, we have 40 plus guys on the roster right now. But let's generate them. Let's see where they are predicting us to stand. We're being projected to have 73 wins, 89 losses. That's about where I expect us to be as well. My goal is 70 wins, like I said a few episodes ago. Wyatt Langford up there. Juan Soto's up there. Jackson Holliday, Aaron Judge. Interesting to see. We have Soto as our only batter, no pitchers. But once again, we also can't really trust these just because of how bloated rosters are. So when we check in, it'll be opening day. We will play the end of the opening day game. Hope you guys tune in for that one. Hope you're as excited for Season 2 as I am. I'm really, really hopeful that we could be competent. Thank you guys very much.